should the government treat the Boston bombing suspect as an enemy combatant? The mayor said, yes, we should. Now let's hear from Judge Andrew Napolitano.
So am I Larry Holmes following?
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali on this one. Thank you, Charles.
So?
Look, the Constitution is the supreme law of the land. It is very, very dangerous times that we enter if we start talking about suspending constitutional liberties because of the gravity of the harm and the obviousness of the guilt. This person is entitled to the full panoply of constitutional protections no matter what he's done and no matter who he's harmed and no matter how many people he's aroused. I'll make Senator Lindsey Graham and Mayor Giuliani's argument. And about Giuliani, let me say this. He's not just the former mayor of New York. He's the former U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of New York and a serious student of the law, unlike a lot of public officials today. Their argument is, suppose this guy was trained by a foreign government or by a foreign entity, took his uniform off and came here and was their agent, and actually did this as the agent of a foreign entity, Al-Qaeda, or a foreign country that wished to bring down American society. What's the difference if he did that in uniform or out? If he did it in uniform, he'd be in Guantanamo Bay. That's their argument. Except that the governor of Massachusetts, the state police chief of Massachusetts, the commissioner of police of the city of Boston, and the mayor of the city of Boston have all said there's not a scintilla of evidence that these guys had any involvement with any organized group, domestic or foreign.
Yeah, because we can't talk to the guy.
They don't need to talk to him in order to obtain evidence. They have mountains of evidence. They have thousands of pages of documents.
We would get an enormous amount of help in figuring out if this is going to happen again or who his friends were, who his accomplices were, if we could talk to him without a lawyer.
You're buying the television line. Don't buy the television line. They know far more about him than he is going to tell them from the information they've gotten from him already. They need to respect his constitutional liberties because if they waive his constitutional liberties, there's no limit to the constitutional liberties of
but
those.
Judge, you're just saying that if he had a couple of buddies, like-minded buddies right now who are going to plotting to do something, that we already know that. I mean, everything that's portrayed about this guy is that he was a nice guy. Everyone from teachers to fellow students. How could we not know that without asking him immediately?
How could we trust what he's going to say as being helpful to us when he's sedated, when there's a bullet that just went through his neck, and when he's trying to save himself from the electric?
Well, wait a second. Look, this is a war. We are clearly in a war.
This is a constitution. Therefore, we still have a constitution, no matter who is trying to harm
the
us.
last great war we fought, the World War II, FDR suspended, or whatever he did. There were German people who came to this country. They were American citizens. They were not in uniform. He took them. They didn't get habeas corpus. They did not get their Miranda warnings, whatever it was.
Miranda didn't exist.
And one of them was executed.
Okay. They were all executed except the American.
But that was done before. That has been done in a time of war.
There was a trial. It was not a trial by our standards, but there was a trial. That's an inapt comparison. We had declared war on Germany. These were German soldiers who came here in uniform, who got out of uniform and invaded the United States of America. This is an American citizen who did not leave the United States. I don't speak of the dead brother. I speak of the one that we're talking about. He has the same panoply of constitutional protections as you or Emac or Charles or Rudy Giuliani or anybody watching us now. And the president is not in a position to strip those rights.
I want information. I want to save future people from this kind of
want that
bombing.
Information.
And if he gets a lawyer, we won't get that information.
You will get that information by painstaking means and not out of his mouth. Hang on, Emac. The volume of information that they already have would fill this room with documentations and with notes.
We don't know that. We don't know what we could get out of him. We don't know that.
We know what they already have about him, and it's an extraordinary
But we don't know what we could get out of him.
Guess what? The Fifth Amendment prevents us from getting what we want to get out of him. If you want to suspend his Fifth Amendment right, there will be no limit to whose rights you can suspend.
It is the lawyer who will stop us getting what we need to know, because the first thing that the lawyer must do is to tell his client, don't say a word.
That's what I would say to you if I were your lawyer. You'd want me to.
We're out of time. It was good, Judge. It was good.
I know Emac wanted to say something, but it's your show.
I know.
You know how it is.
I know how it is. It's fine. I'm not sure the evidence is all in on this guy. That's what I was going to say.
Thank you, Liz. That's what I was trying to say, though. I didn't have time to say.
Jeez, she said it better than you.
You always get the